What's up guys, NYK13 here, playing NBA 2K13 online ranked. And I'm using the Orlando Magic against the Oklahoma City Thunder and playing the Magic for a few games, just trying to, get a challenge out of this sucker. The Magic are bad, but they're not hopelessly bad. You can at least do some things with them. You have Deron Lamb, you have Tobias Harris, who's decent, Amir Nelson. I mean, they're not hopelessly bad to play with. So, here we go. But anyhow, this is usually a night where I go down to my church gym, play some pickup hoops, but with the NBA playoffs, I am home and watching my Knicks against the Celtics, and also I'm going to check out Oklahoma City and Houston, as I watch the Knicks here do their best to urinate away this series. I'm a little bit late to the party on the Dwight Howard thing, so I figured I'll put in my 2 cents while I'm doing this video. Here's the thing about Dwight. What he did isn't really that surprising to me, or even that unusual. One of the reasons why I'm not too, heavily into the NBA anymore on a day-to-day basis is that we've seen stuff like this pretty frequently in the NBA, where, players, high-profile players, quit on their teams. And that's what Dwight did. Dwight flat out checked out mentally, snapped and took his ball and went home. I've never been a Dwight Howard fan. Always thought he was a bit of a goofball and a paper tiger. The Magic had that one run where I think Dwight's value got kind of overhyped. Basically what happened with that team is that they surrounded him with a bunch of shooters. They ran pick and roll through Hedo Turkoglu, and when they tried to trap, or when they double-teamed Dwight, it freed up guys with jump shots. Then people figured out that Dwight had no post moves. Plus they changed the team around a little bit, made some questionable personnel moves, and people said, let's see what happens when we guard Dwight straight up and force everyone else to create their own offense. People realized that Dwight doesn't have the offensive skills to demand a double team, the guys around him can't create, and the Magic steadily declined. And after that game where the Lakers got bombed by the Spurs, Shaq, Kenny, Barkley, they ripped into him pretty good and they were spot on. This guy is a guy who has no competitive toughness. He has an awful attitude. He's hypersensitive, and his game has not improved at all. And physically this year, he broke down a little bit. So when you combine his, lack of mental toughness, then you factor in that his freak athletic skills aren't going to last forever, you'd have to be insane to offer this guy the max. But someone will. This is the NBA. There's always an idiot willing to overpay a named superstar, quote-unquote, a so-called superstar. And, as I was saying, what Dwight did isn't necessarily that rare. We've seen Kobe check out and stop shooting in playoff games. LeBron James quit in the playoffs with the Cavaliers. Vince Carter quit on the Toronto Raptors. We've seen this time and time again in the NBA, and it happens more in the NBA than in any other league, and I don't know why that is. The best educated guesses I can make is that, in basketball, you don't have a helmet and a face mask to, hide your body language. When you're not trying, when you're not happy, when you're checked out, we can tell. It shows in your facial expressions, and it shows in how you carry yourself on the court. And also, the fact that the NBA is still a league that has most, if not all, of their contracts guaranteed. So a player knows that he's getting his money. He's getting his money whether he plays great. He's getting it whether he doesn't care. So he can throw a hissy fit all he wants if he knows that he's getting his cash, and especially if he's a guy who's at the level where you can't possibly replace him or replace him very easily, he can do whatever the heck he wants. The NBA is much more of a players' league and the inmates running the asylum than pretty much any other major sport. Certainly more than football, baseball, and hockey as well. The player in the NBA runs the show. So that's my take on Mr. Dwight Howard as this game comes to a close. So hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to watch more playoffs. Talk to you all later. Peace.